Question 1. Numbers in order from smallest to largest. -6, -2, 3, 5, 8. Centimetres to metres, divide by 100. We end up with 5.3 or 5.30 metres. Question 3. A third of 30 is 30 divided by 3, which gives us 10. Question 4. 9/10 as a decimal is 0.9. Write down the value of 4 in 542.3 is 40. Question 6. Reading from the bar chart. How many men attended in week 2? That's this bar here. We read this value off, which is 12. How many people attended in week 3? The bar for men is 15, the bar for women is 20, in total that's 35. Question 7. The number of bunches of roses he's sold on Monday. This is 8, this is 8, and this is 8 using our key, so altogether that's 24. On Tuesday, this is 3/4 of 8, which is 6. On Thursday he sold 6 more than Wednesday, so we copy Wednesday, and we know that 6 more is 3/4, so we add on 3/4 again. (3t) 5EF, we get 4x and 6y. Expanding the brackets gives you 10x minus 10 and 15x plus 12. That leaves us with 25x plus 2. Ratios. 28 to 84 is our ratio of red pens to black pens. We can divide both of these by 4 to get 7 to 21, and we can divide both of these by 7 to get 1 to 3. Is its simplest form. 42 students are boys. 8 of 100 students did not do their homework. 53 girls did do their homework. We can tell if there are 42 boys, there must be 58 girls. If 53 did their homework, 5 didn't. And if 8 students did not do their homework in total, that means that 3 of the boys did not, meaning that 39 of the boys did. One of the girls is chosen at random, so we know our probability is just out of the girls, and the probability that this girl did not do their homework was 5 out of 58. This sequence is going up in 4s, so the next term in the sequence is 19. To get our answer, we've added 4 each time. Work out the 11th term in the sequence. We could keep adding 4, or we can say the nth term is 4n minus 1, which means the 11th term is 4 times 11 take away 1, which is 43. Is 79 a term in the sequence? We can continue the sequence until we reach 79, or we can ask the question, is 4n minus 11 equal to 79, and solve this. If we add 1 to both sides, 4n is equal to 80, meaning n is 20, so yes, it is the 20th term. Question 12, reflect the shaded triangle. You can use tracing paper, or you can count the squares. The y-axis is this line down here. And we can reflect across that line, which would give us the triangle there. these numbers in order of size. As decimals, they are 0.35, 0.3, 0.4. In order of size, the smallest is 0.25, followed by 0.3, or 3/10, followed by 0.32, 35%, and 2/5. Bill buys 50 laptops and pays £400 each. In total, he paid 50 times 400, which is £20,000. He sold them at a profit of 30%. 10% of £400 is 40, so 30% is 120. He sold 40 of these laptops at a profit of 30%, which gives us £4,800 profit. He then sold 10 more at 15% profit. 10% is 40, so 15% is 60. And he sold 10 of his laptops for £60 profit, which is a £600 profit. In total, he wanted to sell his laptops for £25,000. He sold his laptops for £20,000 plus the £4,800 plus the £600. In total, he sold his laptops for £25,400. So yes, he did reach his target. The ingredients given are for 16 gingerbread men, and we want 24 gingerbread men, so we need 8 more, which is half of the ingredients. So we need 90 grams of flour, 20 grams of ginger, 55 grams of butter, and 15 grams of sugar. For the flour, we would add the 180 and the 90 to get 270. For the ginger, it would be 60, 165, and 45. Laura's using the same recipe. She has 30 grams of ginger and the other ingredients. We can see with ginger, 30 grams of ginger is between 16 and 8 gingerbread men. So if we add those together and half it, that will tell us that we need 12 gingerbread men in total. Question 15. Tyrese made a mistake when doing 2 multiplied by 3 squared. He needed to do 2 multiplied by 3 squared as 2 multiplied by 9, which is 18. You could write that he hasn't used BidMaths, but we needed to square first before we multiplied by 2. Megan's made a mistake squaring minus 4. Minus 4 squared is 16, not minus 16. 56 is a product of prime factors. We want to find all of the prime numbers that go into 56. 56 is 2 multiplied by 28, 2 multiplied by 14, and 2 multiplied by 7, which are both primes. That means we can write 56 as 2 times 2 times 2 times 7, or you could write it as 2 cubed times 7. Question 18. As a number in standard form, this must be between 1 and 10, 5.4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 10 to the power of 6. As an ordinary number, this is 0.00032, 1, 2, 3, 4, just to check. The mass of the largest known star is 350 times the mass of the Sun, so we want to do 315 multiplied by the mass of the Sun, which is 2 times 10 to the 30. Multiplying those numbers, we get 630 times 10 to the power of 30, and changing this to standard form, we make this number 2 lots of 10 smaller, so we make this number 2 lots of 10 bigger. We want to find the mass of the prism. Mass is related to density and volume, and mass is density multiplied by volume. We know the density, but we don't know the volume. To work out the volume, we do the area of the triangle, a half times base times height, and we multiply it by the length of the shape. 5 times 12 times a half gives us 30, and 30 multiplied by 15 gives us 450. So the volume of the triangular prism is 450. To do the density, we use our density, multiply it by our volume, 6.6 times 450. I would do this as 6 times 450 and add a tenth of that on, and you get an answer of 2,970. Question 20. Milk is sold in 2 size bottles. We have 4 pints and 6 pints. We can use the 4 pints to work out how much 6 pints would be. 2 pints would be half of this, so £1.18 divided by 2, which is 59 pence. That means that 6 pints would be £1.18 plus the 59 pence, and that would give us £1.77. So 6 pints would be £1.77, here it's £1.74, which means this value for money is better. Completing the quadratic graph, 1 squared take away 4 is minus 3, 0 squared take away 4 is minus 4, minus 3 squared is 9, take away 4 gives us 5. We plot these coordinates at 3, 5, 2, 0, 1, minus 3, 0, minus 4, minus 1, minus 3, 2, 0, and minus 3, 5. We then connect these up with a smooth curve, which is difficult to do on the computer, but connect them up with a smooth curve to make a U shape. Question 22. Question 22 is an estimate question. When we see estimate, we're going to round. So we can round the radius of the cylinder to 30. We can round the height of the cylinder to 100. And we want to work out an estimate for the volume. Volume is pi times the radius squared times the height. We can round pi as well to 3. So to work out the volume, we're going to do 3 multiplied by the radius squared multiplied by the height. 30 squared is 900 times 3 times 100 gives us 270,000 centimetres cubed. It wants the answer in litres, and we've been told that 1,000 centimetres cubed is a litre, so if we divide this by 1,000, we're left with 270 litres. Work out 2 fractions multiplied together as a mixed number. So we need to change these into top-heavy fractions first. 8 threes is 24, so 25 over 3, multiplied by 7 over 5. Okay. When we multiply these together, you multiply the numerators together and multiply the denominators. 25 times 7 gives us 175. We know that 4 25s is 100, so 8 25s is 200, so 7 must be 175, and 15. I can divide both of these by 5 as it wants it in its simplest form, so divide both of these by 5, and we end up with 35 over 3, and 35 over 3 is 11 with 2 left over, 11 and 2/3. Question 24. The interior angle is 11 times the size of an exterior angle. If this is my interior angle and this is my exterior angle, I can label my exterior angle x and my interior angle 11x. We know that interior angles plus exterior angles are equal to 180, meaning that 12x is 180. And if we divide by 12, 180 divided by 12 gives us that x is equal to 15. So our exterior angle of our shape is 15. Total exterior angles is 360, so to work out the number of sides, I do 360 divided by 15, which is 24. We have a stem and leaf diagram that shows us beats per minute of heart rates of 15 people. It tells us the range is 26, which is useful for the second part of the question. The median heart rate, we can cross off a value from each end. And our median is 67 beats per minute. We have a new set of data with a median and a range, and we have to compare the rates of people's heart rates before they walked up and after they walked up the stairs. So we can say that the median after is greater, which means the heart rate was higher. We can also compare the spread of the data. So we know the range beforehand was 26 and the range after was 37. So the range after is higher or greater. This means that the heart rates were more spread out. Speed, distance, time question. We know that from CAC speed to drone it was an average speed of 30 miles per hour, and we know that it was 45 miles. From there, knowing that speed is distance divided by time, I can work out the time by doing distance divided by speed. So my time would be 45 divided by 30. If I simplify this, 45 divided by 30, divide both of those by 5, we would get 9 over 6, and then divide both of those by 3, we get 3 over 2. So this took 1.5 hours. For drone to Elton, it was an average speed of 40 miles per hour for 20 miles. So we can do the same thing again. We know that time is distance, which was 20, divided by 40, and we should see that this is half an hour. To work out the average speed for the whole journey, we know that the total distance was 65 miles. We know the total time was 2 hours. So to work out speed, we do distance divided by time, which gave us 32.5 miles per hour. The final question. We've been told that the angle is not an obtuse angle. That must mean that the angle has to be less than or equal to 90. If it's less than 90, it's acute. If it's equal to 90, it's a right angle. If it's bigger than 90, it's an obtuse angle. This means that 2x plus 3x plus 10 must be less than or equal to 90, meaning that 5x plus 10 is less than or equal to 90. 5x is less than or equal to 80, and x is less than or equal to 16, meaning the greatest possible value x could be is 16. If you found this useful, please consider subscribing or liking the video. If there are any questions you would like me to go through in more detail, please leave a comment. If there are any other things you would find useful, for example topic walkthroughs, then please also leave a comment. Thank you for watching.